No, no. What?
Maybe.
There's been.
It's doing that thing where it forgets my microphone again, and I love it. Hello.
Oh no.
It's okay.
Ah.
I wasn't talking that much or about anything important directly to the audience. I'm so glad that the stream hadn't been running for like 8 minutes where I've been talking to you all, but I guess I can do it again. Hello, chat. I just wanted to say you are fabulous. We love you. I'm looking forward to playing another wonderful game. But since I have everyone else here, why don't we just cut to the chase and just say hi and introduce ourselves? I'm Renz. I'm going to be playing Chief Scientist Remus Lucio and also still kind of the default diplomat. Popcorn over to Dougler to change it up.
Hi everyone, I am Dougler93. I am playing Byrathul, the pilot. Oh, Rin, your mic's coming in really quiet.
Coming in really quiet?
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Is it coming in quiet for you, Dougler?
Like through Twitch.
Through Twitch.
Oh, yeah. I don't have the
What
sound on
about
Twitch.
if I crank it up here? Because I had to adjust it yesterday because Shay was getting picked up really hard on our stream yesterday. Is this better? If I keep talking, will you hear me if I talk like this? Oh, excuse me, that was a coffee burp. How rude of me. If I keep talking, do you hear me? Am I legible? Am I not nearly as quiet as I used to be?
You're better, just still kind of in the quiet end.
Ah, for fuck's sake. I hate this microphone. It is going to be taken out to pasture soon because I don't know what's been going on with it lately. It is just being really dumb. How about now? I am just talking at this normal voice because this is going to be my volume today. Am I being heard better once I adjust the microphone over on OBS? Am I being heard better?
Lightly better, but it's still.
Oh, for fuck's
not
sake!
great.
I don't know what to do then. It's showing my mic peaking and being funny, and I don't know what's going on with it. So that is just.
Whatever you replace it, may I recommend a Rode brand just USB microphone? It's nice, middle of the road on price, and it's what I got, and it's been working really well for me, and has never given me any problems.
Yeah, you come in very nicely.
It was admittedly recommended to me by somebody who made a career out of testing different microphones and selling microphones. So,
Gotcha. Well, if you have a link to it, send it to me so I can consider. There's another one that I've been eyeballing that has pretty good rating, and it's from people who stream as well and do podcasts. And they're like, this one comes in really well. My main concern is making sure my settings don't pick Shay up, which kind of makes it a little bit tweaked. But
yeah,
I don't really play with this microphone from week to week, with these games, so I'm not sure why some days it'll work and then other days it'll just be hot garbage. And it's like you're not being adjusted at all. All I'm doing is, moving it further towards me or away depending on what game we're doing.
Yeah.
And if Shay is being an active talking participant as well, and it's like, okay, this is killing me.
Yeah.
Because it's just it's a Blue Yeti, so it shouldn't be having trouble. But
yeah, the thing is, Blue Yetis are not nearly as directional.
Yeah.
Rode, it turns out, is incredibly directional, and if it's not pointed at me, you don't hear me.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
Yeah.
That's what I want. I want nothing else to be picked up if it's not, being spoken into from the direction that I'm facing. Because we're not that far apart with our desks, so it's like we have sound buffers and all this other stuff to not pick up the excess, but it's still happening. And not so much anymore because we managed to tweak the settings, but anyways.
Oh, popcorn over to John.
Oh, Hi. Hi, I'm John, also known as Captain Carrion. I am playing Douglas Dog Crowley, the party marine, and presently incredibly pissed off. He just... And we finally had our first edge break of the session. Guess who? I mean, not the session, the campaign. God, I can't talk.
What are words, anyways?
Constructs for communicating of ideas.
Fair. Allowed. Carry on. This is a nice looking mic.
And so that is the most expensive I've ever seen it, is that site. You can probably find it cheaper at something, especially if you have a Micro Center nearby. I got it for $80 at a Micro Center.
Gotcha.
But they are really damn good microphones, and it's sturdy. It comes with a nice weighted magnetic base. If you need to, you can actually take the microphone off and put it on different mountings. It's just a really good piece of kit, and I would never have known it even existed if I didn't wind up just talking to the guy in Micro Center.
Nice.
Because I was like, so here's my, like, kind of the price range I'm looking at. What's the best microphone for that? And he goes, that's the best microphone in the store. Point.
This one, the best one.
Don't waste your money on, like, the $200 microphones if you can get better for cheaper.
That is actually a good salesman, where they're not upselling you; they're just selling you the one that's going to work.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons I go to.
You still there?
Oh yeah, sorry, I'm getting distracted because shiny things.
No, you're fine. I assumed it might have been that, but it was a very long pause, so it was just like, "Oh, are you alive?" Okay.
Yeah.
No, you're good. You're good. Just wanted to make sure. And Shay, who is here but still getting ready.
Hello everybody, I'm Shay, or Shay the Fae here on Twitch. I am the Dreamweaver tonight, the Dungeon Mistress, if you will. And tonight I'm playing everybody else.
Are you guys getting picked up on the mic?
Am I getting picked up on the mic?
Hold on, let me
One, you sound very Radio Demon to me on your setting, or on your mic. I'm seeing you also get picked up on mine now.
Oh no.
Wait, me?
Yeah, you sound tin candy.
So here's the thing. Here's a first, Rin. You're getting picked up on Shay's mic.
Yeah, I just saw that too.
We just need to, like, put a quilt between the two of you in that room.
That is a plan. We are going to get new desks soon, and we need to put a barrier between us to try and buffer some of the noise.
Do you know how I used to do that? I literally just had, like, a cheapo Walmart, clothes drying rack.
Mm-hmm.
And I just literally hung an old quilt from it.
Hello, testing, hello.
You're still a bit echoey, you're still coming through Rin's mic.
Yeah, that's why I had my OBS settings down lower, because it made it harder to pick her up. But apparently I'm coming in too quietly if I do that, so maybe I'll just lean in and talk directly into the microphone. Buzz,
I mean, it is pretty hard to hear things other than you if you gargle the mic.
We're just an ASMR channel now, so I hope everybody's ready for that.
I apologize
Testing,
that your AS. Yep, that sounds much better.
Much better, yeah.
Motherfucker.
What's the matter?
Sorry, excuse my French. Yeah.
After the 5 minutes, we're good.
Yeah, I figured as much. Okay, I'm just not going to use my really nice microphone that was recommended to me. That's fine. I'm not upset about anything.
We will figure it out and try to get back to the settings that we're working on. I don't understand why this is happening, but Captain gave us a very good suggestion, which I'm going to look into.
Yep.
because
It's
I-
conveniently cheap.
Yeah, I'm gonna make that happen because that's a better suggestion than some of the options I've seen online, where they're like, "Oh, you want a little barrier that'll block some sound, $500." And it's like, why are you so
Let's see. You can do this one for if you get the things on sale. You still want a fairly heavy quilt, so that's actually going to be the expensive part. You're probably looking at about $30-40 for that.
But I need a
And-
thing to be able to hold it up too.
And then the thing to hold it up, you just get one of those closed drying racks. You can get that for about $15.
Can you just make a box with egg crates, stuff with tissue paper to do impromptu sound? What
So,
is it?
so getting that many egg crates is actually it can
Yeah,
actually
that's
be
gonna be the
expensive.
problem. And
We just talk to the farmer down the road.
I don't have a farmer down the road.
Well, you have to get the farmer down the road first, and then you get the egg cart. and
Invest in
Well,
a
that's
invest in a
25
farm.
cents.
Invest in a farm. You know, why don't you just
Yeah.
take Kyoshi Island and push it somewhere else?
Just yeah. Hold on, John is having a stroke. He'll be right back. Man, we were just restarting John.exe. Okay, so yeah, it's just. I mean, to be honest, you can use almost any, like even just a sheet will significantly improve it. But a quilt does much better, particularly given the nature of how sound tends to move and the absorption of sound. It'll, I imagine that your base, you're either at a right angle to each other or back to back.
We are not back to back, but we're face to face, basically, with our desks
Oh.
between us.
Okay. So there is,
That way the microphones are facing away from the other,
yeah.
supposedly.
Supposedly.
But
Yeah,
we
the-
also have no soundproofing on the wall,
Oh!
so it bounces off the
And-
wall.
And you're using blue snowballs. So the blue
Nope,
snowball picks
Not
up-
snowball. It is not a snow. They are not snowballs.
Yeah, they're not snowballs. They're just the regular blue Yetis.
Oh, the blue
The
Yeti.
Yeti
Sorry.
X.
Yeah.
Yeti X. Okay,
The
that one does
high-quality
it
one.
too. So that one actually, it basically has it. You know how like tornado sirens are built, where it's got two cones out each side. Yeah, that one has has a cone out that points out of basically each side.
Yeah, we
It
have
also
to-
has settings where you can set it to only face one direction, which mine is set to currently.
Yeah,
And mine
the challenge
is now set to again because if I'm on Zoom for my other show, it doesn't seem to want to pick me up very well on Zoom, but that's a Zoom problem.
Yeah.
Shay, talk. Go back to your other mic and try talking now. I just changed my settings again. We'll get to the game soon, chat. Don't worry. I promise. we actually do have a play. I don't even know what the term is anymore.
An actual
No,
play.
an actual play. Thank you. You're not getting picked up on my side.
Testing,
Yep.
testing, testing.
Not getting picked up on you're not picking each other up anymore.
Okay.
Oh my god, was it literally just turning it off and on again?
Yeah, I was turning it off and on again.
It was changing the sound settings.
Yeah, but
Yeah, no, I still want to get rid of this one because it's a couple years old too, and it's kind of getting
Yeah.
wonky. But
yeah,
for now
especially
it's
as
fine.
microphones get older, the more times they get bumped, dropped, etc., it technically detunes it slightly and it starts doing weird shit. Yeah.
Stop abusing your mic, Dougler. I heard that.
Yep, Dougler just on well what's it
Yeah, since I moved my lamp, I don't no longer keep my headphones on there. It doesn't get bumped anymore.
Oh no. But yeah, so the mic I linked, very good, very directional. I'm just gonna prove a little point here. I imagine it just got really hard to hear me.
No, you just sound a little further back, but still very clear.
Okay. Oh. Weirdly enough, I was standing on the other side of my desk. Just walked around to the other side of my desk. That's it. I was literally about 6 inches further away from the microphone. But yeah, you put a something you can actually do now that I did to significantly reduce just the echo of my own voice, which bothers me. I just stapled a sheet to the wall of my bedroom. That's it. Significantly reduces echo. Heck, it's not even actually a proper sheet. It also is my green screen.
Anywho.
Yep.
Assuming that's all taken care of. I would like y'all to tell me what happened last time.
Dr. Rindis Laruccio got kidnapped.
I did get kidnapped, and then there was the edge break, and then we had to pause. So there really wasn't a whole lot.
Buyer CCU got flayed open. And they got remarkably close to death.
Yeah. So last time you decided to engage with a group of pirates who were scavenging a crashed pod. Throughout this conflict, you had killed 2 of them, knocked most of them unconscious, in the efforts to intimidate the pilot after jumping on one of the shuttles that were intended to escape. They chose instead to crash it back down into the swampy area, only to be revealed that that person was not a person, but instead a puppet, seated by whatever the soul thief creature is. After quite literally edge breaking on it and killing its host, it became significantly less dangerous for the time being. However, this left Rindis and Buyer a little bit more vulnerable. The pirates were able to, or one of them was able to take Rindis hostage and force Buyer to load their shuttle, which they hijacked. So, I think this scene is going to open with on the bridge of a vessel, one that's not. The bridge isn't familiar, but the design is, and we see a large, well-built woman standing amid a number of other pirates while a message is coming through. That message reads as, Mayday, Trinity attacked us. Most of us are down. I'm trying to escape through the atmosphere now. And it cuts there. This woman, the one who is running the title of Valkyrie, turns around and she says, "Set a course to the Kimitara." And then the scene's going to shift, and it's inside the shuttle that you all had taken to the planet. Rindis, you are cuffed to one of the seats. The man who is flying out, the pirate, closes comms and seems a little shaky. He's coming down from his recent very severe adrenaline rush. But you see him start to plot a course, and he seems to be setting it up to slingshot around the planet.
What are you hoping to gain by capturing me?
Well, I'm gonna need to bring something, considering I lost one of the assets.
So you think making an enemy with the Trinity is the smartest way to do that?
I think you'll understand it a little bit, and he kind of, even though his hands are really shaky, he starts trying to, you see him start to pilot the shuttle, not just around the planet, but in the direction he's heading. He's heading away from both the Kimitara and the Brunhilder.
So it's very clear he's not part of that pirate group.
He was. You've seen him working with them when they were allowed on the ship briefly. I guess there's not really too much point in keeping it on the down low anymore, but can't say I'm too pleased with Trinity being here.
So you're going to put both your people and ours at risk by doing this?
Well, it's Trinity's fault my wife is dead, so yeah, I think I will.
So other people have to die because you lost someone?
Yep.
It's the stupidest thing I have ever heard.
Feels right to me.
I'm sure it does. It doesn't make it any less foolish. Having others suffer for your loss isn't going to bring her back. And it's not going to make you feel better in the long run. You feel good now because you are upset. But once the ramifications of your actions catch up to you, you are going to regret it.
I don't have much left to regret.
No, and your time is narrowing more and more as you continue to do this. It just seems very foolish to me. You could have found a way to get what you needed from making things right with her, but now you are going to besmirch her memory by doing something so horrible.
What is your intention with this?
Is that the Dreamweaver asking or him?
This is the Dreamweaver asking.
Honestly, I think she's just trying to rile him up so he's a little reckless. If he's not paying attention to flying or something, it might give her a little bit of time. She's trying to dissect his resolve and stuff.
Okay.
And hopefully give time for some of our support to catch up, because Dog takes all for that.
Yeah, she's a diplomat now, so she's diplomatic, I guess. She's trained for this, definitely.
Go ahead and insight works for this.
Insight.
Yeah, you're trying to dissect his.
Insight. Yeah, I'll take it.
And where is he? Where did he go? Where is he? Where is he? He's here somewhere. Ooh, okay.
Oh, okay. I'm sure this is fine.
Good luck. That's all I gotta say about that.
Mm-hmm. I'm in danger.
Okay. So he is going to take, I think,
Actually, that shock's a good thing, probably.
he's going to take he's going to take a mental wound at that, and I'm just going to click a little note here.
Pirate guy will remember this.
Yeah, oh.
Let's say. Alright, he's going to take reckless memories. So you do get under his skin. He's still coming down from his berserking. He's probably still working some of that sleep toxin out of his system, even if his adrenaline did pump a good deal out of it. But he snaps briefly, and the ship goes off course a little bit, and he says, "You've got no right to talk about my wife. You don't even know what happened." He just kind of seethes at you. And there's a moment where he goes off course for a little bit before correcting himself.
Then help me understand why losing her would be enough to hurt so many other people who don't deserve it. Is this what she would want?
She's gone. She doesn't want anything now.
You really are a fool then. You're going to claim to be doing this for her and you don't even care how she would feel about it.
You do see kind of like the cracks in his resolve starting to appear. He doesn't break course, but he says, "You were right before. Nothing's gonna bring her back. And something pings on the shuttle's radar. And as he stares down at this, he says, he takes a breath, tries to steady himself, but you've gotten to him. There are cracks in his resolve now. And he takes the breath and says, too late now. And then the vessel is suddenly hailed, and you hear Trinity vessel, identify yourself. You are in sovereign territory. And he answers back and says, this is Markov. The mission was only a partial success. And then he gets a code of numbers, and there's a moment of silence that passes after a brief standby. And after a moment of waiting, there's a Markov. You're free to proceed. And another vessel begins to escort this one as it breaks orbit and starts to fly off. And then the scene's gonna cut down to the others. A shuttle has come down to pick up Fire and Dog and were there 2 or 3 survivors? There were 3. And the 3 surviving pirates. Along with the bodies of the other 2.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And by this time, Dog has almost certainly restrained the surviving pirates. The only reason that they are still alive is because I'm having trouble talking. Is because Bayer was sufficiently distressed as to pull him out of his fugue state.
Yeah, because Byro's fucked up from that.
And as the shuttle docks, the 3 survivors, bound as they are escorted to the brig of the vessel, where they will be locked away for the time being. The other 2 bodies are bagged and brought to whatever medical bay is able to put them on ice for now. The captain immediately approaches you as soon as you dock. Captain Quest. She approaches and says, I'm gonna need a full report. What happened?
You know the thing that's bad enough that we deployed a weapon of mass destruction to destroy it? They were trying to move remnants of it off-world. One of them, who I killed on the surface, was infected.
Do we know how this thing infects people?
That was under the field of Dr. LaRuccio, who has been taken by the leader of this particular band.
Any idea where he might be taking them? Or
I believe that we may have to interrogate these ones for it. Was hoping that somebody could achieve a lock on the shuttle. It can't be that easy to get one out of the atmosphere.
But the shuttle should have a tracker on it, shouldn't it? At least so that we can activate from here.
the shuttle went off radar after it slingshot around the planet. Something's blocking the signal. We sent a vessel to intercept it, but it's already gone. Well, let's speak to these prisoners. And she gestures for you to follow.
Pyre, you're an excellent pilot. Can you make a good guess of what trajectory you may have started on? From the angle of the slingshot.
A good point, Buyer. Go talk to Stella. See if you can figure it out.
Aye, Captain. Byer's gonna run off to go talk to Stella.
And
Dog nods to the captain.
Yep.
Thank you. She's still young. I don't want her seeing an ugly interrogation.
And you, the captain, and a couple others. There is a security officer who is just there to maintain visual on what goes on in the ship. Is a Mirai, but as she's kind of pacing outside the cell, not going inside, she seems to have a data pad open, trying to review information. But as you enter through the communicator, she says, we have the 3 surviving pirates in custody. What would you like done, Captain? And the captain says, Douglas and I are going to enter on the other side of the cell. Open the gate here. And she says, very well, Captain. We have full security right on the outside when you need it. And the door's open and the 2 of you are allowed in. Inside, you see the 3 pirates kind of on the other side of a sealed cell.
We need them in separate cells.
They are in separate cells now.
Okay. So, that was dog comment, but okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's when you interrogate people, you do not interrogate them as a group. He is about to he may be, while they're in custody, therefore to at least some extent under his protection, they don't know that yet. So he may leverage the fact that they've seen him just immediately gun down 2 of them. Or several of them who were trying to move, as he considers it, a weapon of mass destruction. So, yeah. So we'll see how this goes.
Alright, so you pick one to enter.
To interrogate. Alright, we'll just do that. Did just Doc steps in his.
What do you want to say the name of this one that you were interrogating as?
First name that comes to mind is Fuckface, but I just don't think that would be someone's name.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Rindis, give me a name.
John McFuckface.
Fire, give me a name.
Oh, okay. Just ignore me. Fine.
Jordan.
So please don't give shitheads my name.
I'm sorry, what
Steve
was that?
McFuckface.
Jordan.
McFuckface?
Dog, give me a name.
Alright, there we go. Mac Ferkface. Sorry. I'm sorry. Okay.
All right.
No, hang on. Let me make this guy sheet.
What about just MacPhase? F-A-Z, MacPhase. Compromise. We don't have to have the fuck in there.
What the fuck is
When he
this
immigrated to the old planet, they changed, or from the old planet, immigrations changed the fuckface name to just Phase.
You see, I imagine that the way you wind up named Mac Fuckface is that somebody at Ellis Island misspells your name. You've got like Fuckface, and nope, it's Fuckface now.
It's fuckface.
All right, so you enter the cell with this this fellow. What do you do?
Oh boy.
Captain
This
says,
is one of those where Dog definitely knows better than John does, but
Yeah, the captain kind of paces a little bit and says, "So we're going to need to ask a few questions. Hopefully, we can get you back to your people soon. Tell me, what's your name?" And he looks up and says, "My name's John Joseph MacFerfaze." Hardest working pirate on this side of the Ryan's Pond.
oh, I. I need a minute to breathe.
Mr. MacFerfaze, could you answer a few questions for us? Nope.
May I rephrase that, Captain?
Of course.
You're going to answer these questions.
MacFerfaze
Oh.
doesn't answer any questions.
And there was he probably have said
Technically, he
probably-
did answer the question, just not with the answer they wanted.
He'd probably have
He
told
says-
the captain to play along with what he's going to do. That he's not actually going to kill the guy. But this is what's a shame. And just here, you just cocks the rifle.
If I wasn't playing Rindis, my interrogation tactic is always to talk to them through the airlock door, the interior airlock door, mind you.
Mm-hmm.
That's always a great motivator.
Yeah.
So you cock your gun, and she says, "Well, if you're not able to answer any questions, I can't promise you that we'll be able to get you get you back all in one piece. After all, there was a firefight. And
a weapon of mass fucking destruction. As Dog levels the rifle, it would at the moment be roughly level with the guy's right eye.
Go ahead and give me a communicate.
Yes, Dog's best, second, third worst skill.
Are you sure you're bad at this, buddy?
That's an excellent question.
Oh, baby, a triple.
That is as good as he could do.
Damn their desire to push.
If it's a tie, what happens?
Shouldn't it go in favor of the initiator? I mean, D&D always goes in favor of the player.
In this case, it's if it doesn't work, Dog has a plan. Because while I imagine these things are sufficiently soundproofed that a person shouting won't make it out, the people next door will definitely hear a gunshot. At which point, I'm imagining if this guy doesn't give a satisfactory answer, Dog is going to just shoot right by his head.
So there's a moment of hesitation before I'm gonna say, because he rolled a what's it called?
Also, I don't know if we're
Edge.
supposed to be rolling. If we're supposed to, if non-player characters are supposed to be able to reach or push or whatever the language in this system was. I've got the wrong rulebook open.
Technically, if I understand right, level 1 ones can't push, but I like the idea of them being able to push because players in this setting are really powerful.
Yeah, fair. We do kind of overgun them badly.
So, so he kind of like breaks a little bit and is like, well, John Joseph McFurface might be able to answer a couple questions, depending on the price.
Where is your boss taking the weapon of mass destruction?
Don't quite know. There were.
What?
Markov had the coordinates.
Markov had
Should try asking him.
Markov had the code.
Well. Also, that ain't a weapon of mass destruction. It don't explode.
Oh my god. It's a bioweapon. It is a self-directing bioweapon capable of annihilating all life on entire worlds.
I don't know about that. That planet seems pretty chock full of life.
Yes. Because this is the first time it got its hands on intelligent beings. Or had you not noticed that one of your crew was infected already? Your pilot.
I mean, they'd always been kind of weird.
Yes. And how long from that first little time you sat down on that planet did it take for your pilot to become a pawn of that thing? Are you stupid?
No, actually, I used to be a professor. You know, but folks don't really pay us teachers very well. It's really sad, really. Couldn't really make a living, so, you know, pirate.
Alright. So, and which one of your survivors here? Oh, imagine, let me guess, you're going to tell me that the one who had the coordinates is one of the ones who is now dead.
I couldn't rightly tell you that either. I was kind of twitching on the ground, stocked up full of electricity.
Mm-hmm. Well, you're going to get to cool your heels here for the time being, and we'll see how good your information is.
All right, can I get like a fruit salad or something?
He looks over at the captain and is like,
Look, I gotta keep my sugars up. I've been trying to eat healthy, so natural sugars will do the trick.
yeah, the dog is just having a moment of just like, you're in the room with someone your people are relatively certain is crazy.
I didn't
And he
say.
wants a
I
fruit
didn't say.
He's not saying this. Dog's not saying this out loud. That's just what's going through his head. And it's just like, man.
You gave him a sassy name. He's gonna be sassy.
Yeah, this is our fault.
She played you. She got you. You walked right into it.
I just want to call him Jordan.
Could have gave him a serious name like Jordan, but we went with fuckface.
No, we just had to come up with ways of spelling fuckface. For Fozzie. Yes, okay, we've got the name of the next one. It's the dog just at this point steps out.
Wait, don't you want to know what I was a professor of? You close the door.
It's just the guard is
Telling you,
get
there's
him a
still
few
the airlock.
glucose tablets and let him know that if his information is correct and he's cooperative, he'll get his fruit salad instead of a bullet. In this case, dog literally means that if he doesn't cooperate, there will literally just be a bullet set in there with him. But he doesn't need to know that the bullet isn't going to be coming at high velocity.
Mhm.
The guard does though. Also
Okay.
make sure that there's a bullet on the other tray. It will focus his mind nicely.
All right. So, do you talk to anyone else?
Talk to the next pirate.
What is their name?
God, you just gave me a name.
Jordan.
Jordan Brown.
That works.
All right. So you
It is so hard not to give him an insulting name.
so you enter this this room with Jordan Brown, and he's sitting there and he's playing a harmonica.
Name.
Hey.
Name.
Oh, Jordan Brown.
Do you know where your boss is taking the weapon of mass destruction?
I don't know anything about mass destruction.
the bioorganism capable of mass destruction.
Wait, you talking about that weed? No, that
The
thing
one that in the
for
space
some
of less
science
than
folks.
the one that in the space of less than 24 hours successfully infected your pilot and took their pilot over.
Mm, I don't know what you're talking about.
Of course you wouldn't. I think at this point, Dog would skim a just a little thing with picture across the table at him of the fungus sprouting out of the pilot. If he, from whatever helmet, camera, or other thing he has.
Well, damn, that's nasty.
Yeah. That was your first exposure. Where is it being taken?
Don't know. Arkov said he had a buyer. Gonna make us lots of money.
Mhm. What do you know about the buyer?
It doesn't say anything.
The dog just goes through the thing again, cocks the rifle. What do you know about the buyer?
Go ahead and give me another communicate for this one.
Okay, let's hope that Jeremy's luck continues to hold for me. Nope, we're pushing that. Nothing. All right.
He says, kind of shakes his head, says, "Don't know anything."
All right. No use to
You
me.
go ahead and fire that. I'm sure. I'm sure the boss lady will be very happy.
And Dog fires the gun right next to his ear. One
you
shot.
You hear him start cursing up a storm as he kind of covers his ears.
And then
partially deafened
walks
for a
out
moment.
walks out of the room. Gesturing for the captain to follow. The next one should be more cooperative.
What's this one's name?
Daniel.
It's like, if only Dog had thought. If only I
Ketchup.
thought to have Dog grab a couple ketchup packets beforehand. But Daniel Ketchup.
So you enter this room, and immediately this one's really agitated, and he looks up and he says, "You fucking Trinity, you killing our people. Danielle didn't deserve that."
Where's your boss taking the organism and Dr. LaRucia?
Kind of tilts his head at that. The fuck you mean?
Where is your boss taking the organism or his contacts, where would he meet them?
You mean if hang on.
Did you cut out, or did you just...
Sorry, I had to check something. Markov actually got away, then there's only really one place that we've been staying. Unless he planned to go straight. Actually, go ahead and give me a communicate now.
Alright, let's hope that this one works out better than the last one.
Get a +3.
Oh, should roll that. Alright, communicate with +3. Modifier 3. Okay. And... uh-oh. Gonna have to push that then. Communicate. Modifier 3. Oh boy.
Alright, so you see this one kind of like narrow their eyes and they're like, fuck you, prick.
And he cocks the assault rifle.
Do it. I want you to do it.
He just levels it right by the guy's ear. Last chance.
Spits at your feet.
He just fires it next to the guy's ear.
You hear him start to curse.
Walks out of the room. That one knows.
How do you want to handle it?
Make sure he's tied to a chair in a room with Mirai that's having to do a standardized test.
Alright. So as that's getting set up, Bayer, you go to see Stella. She's on the bridge currently. She's already kind of monitoring the system, trying to find out where various vessels are.
Yeah, Byer's gonna walk up to Stella into her workstation area. Hey, were you able to get the shuttle's path lined up?
I haven't been able to figure it out yet, but take a look at this. And she pulls up the trajectory on screen for a visual, and you can see where you can see a number of lines from different vessels that have been floating around. In an area like this, with on a planet without any artificial satellites, it was normally relatively easy to track them. But look here, this one's your shuttle. And as she points, you see that the trajectory goes around the planet, but goes in a direction that is facing away from goes in a direction that is going away from both the Kimitara and the Brunhilde. And it disappears. It just cuts out. There shouldn't be any interference blocking it, unless there's another vessel in the area that's designed to block the signals.
Okay, it's kind of weird they weren't trying to get back to Zhonhan.
about that too. But with a little math, they're slingshotting away from it. They're going closer. They're going further starward into the system. If these calculations are to be believed.
Wait a minute.
That?
Oh, dog's not there, but I just...
Well, the other two planets aren't inhabitable, were they? At least, don't think they were with our initial scans.
The pirates told us that one of them had, No, it was the one that was way in the out system that had the Imperial jackasses on it, I think. Or was it one of the ones that was in the inner system? So it was one of the ones in the inner system where the Imperial jackasses were mining the weird mineral.
Then there is a ping for the Kimentara. Stella kind of like looks at this and starts to pull it up and says, "We are being hailed."
By who?
The Brunhilde.
Captain's talking to their prisoners, so we should probably just hold up and talk to her now. Bar just kind of takes a breath and shakes out their hands, like, okay.
And she opens the channel, and Stella says, "This is, forget her rank, but..."
Wasn't it like deck officer or something?
No, it was a higher rank than deck officer.
Okay.
Yeah, she was fairly up there.
Like a lieutenant or higher, maybe?
Yeah, it was like... she was like a flight lieutenant.
Because I know she's like above Byers Station.
Yeah, it was like above Byers, but below like Rendis is.
And there's Dog, who's outside of the standard ship set because security.
Yeah, but she says, "This is Lieutenant Flight Officer Stella DeGeneres of the Kimitara. Please state your business." And there is not a moment that passes before the voice comes back and says, "And this is the captain of the Brunhilde. I recommend you all prepare to be boarded right this instant." And she says, "Please hold a moment before while I patch you through to our captain," and then she gets cut off in here immediately, and there is a shot fired from the Brunhilde that detonates nearby, not directly on the ship, but enough to cause it to shake, and everyone on board feels that. And immediately after the sudden jolt, the captain goes on comms and says, "Mr. Generous, what's going on?" And back, Dog, you hear, "Captain, the pirates are requesting entry and not taking no for an answer."
They might be able to actually get information out of these chuckle fucks.
Arrange a meeting party immediately.
And get them to, and make sure that they have a nice, lovely, clear path from where we greet them to down here.
So Stella radios them back and says, gives them docking coordinates. A shuttle is immediately dispatched, and the Brunhilde comes close enough that it is in visual view of the vessel, if one were to be able to look outside. And it is very much a gesture of do not fuck around. But the shuttle docks, and a significantly larger force of pirates steps on board through the docking station as the captain, Dog, and Fire. Where are you going to be? Are you staying on bridge?
Fire will probably go down to the docking bay too, because nobody's told them not to.
Okay. So you see this force as well, and the woman who is leading these pirates, that very large woman, Tanya Brunhilde. She is in the forefront, and a large number of her forces are holding weapons out, not aimed at anyone, but out and ready. Various rifles and axes, and just there. And she says, I understand you've killed some of my people. And we're going to cut the scene from here over to Rindis. The shuttle you're on, escorted by this other one, approaches the first planet in the system, the one that you might remember being the Colonian planet, one that used to be a gas giant, but had its atmosphere mostly blown apart to expose its very dense core. You actually go ahead and give me a scrutiny.
Scrutiny. Oh boy. Alright. 1 6. And a 3.
I'm gonna say just take one more edge.
One more edge. Okay, applied.
And as the shuttle approaches and docks with another vessel in the area, you would see that this vessel is oh, I don't have a picture of this planet. Never mind.
Oh, I just used the frozen one. That's what I assumed you meant. But
Yeah.
apparently, I'm mistaken.
No, that's my fault. I don't have it. I don't have this planet here.
Placeholder.
Yeah, this is gonna be. So if we were, actually, I have an idea.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
at this planet. We're orbiting it anyway. And orbiting that planet there is one, as you're docking with this vessel and stepping onto this vessel, it is a very fancy yacht.
Space yacht. A spyacht.
It is a space yacht, a spyacht. Very elegant, very high class. But taking a look at protective barriers, you are able to see that one, there are some lights on the surface of this planet. Not so much that might be on Earth or Mars, but there are some. There's something going down there on that surface. And two, that ring that you all had been made aware of before, you are able to see much better now. Not only is it one ring, but it is two rings, and it looks like it is closer to completion than it was before. Or at least closer to completion than the pictures you saw of it were. And third, there is someone there to greet you. There is a retinue of Empire soldiers standing in the background, and in the foreground is a very tall, traditionally beautiful man, though beauty is subjective. Let me get... Where is his stuff? What was it? Control Z?
I believe so. Or it might have been... I think it was Shift and Z or something to that effect. Hold on. I can answer this one. Go up, found it. Great.
I did it!
Oh, it's these chuckle fucks.
Yes.
Okay. Roll 20, please. Stop.
This guy isn't here. Just that one. But he steps forward and so does this other pirate, who says, I lost one of the specimens. However, I brought someone from the Trinity, and this man kind of gives a nod and says, well, you brought something. I'll expect a full report on what happened. And says, my men will take you to complete that. I'll handle this here. And this man is escorted by armed guards elsewhere, still very shaky. And he turns to you and says, my dear, and extends a hand towards you. Vars takes these keys and uncuffs you and says, my dear, and extends a hand.
Rindis is going to... Actually, first question. Does Rindis recognize the uniforms and things that they're wearing?
Yes. They are very blatantly Empire.
I'm trying to gauge how Rindis is going to react to this, because it's like, even just, she doesn't even like Old Earth in general. She's Martian. She doesn't give two shits about them. So is she respectful or is she a bitch? She'll kind of regard the hand and raise a brow and say, I did not think you all were still kicking around. Where did you decide to crawl out from?
Uh,
She has not shaken his hand.
okay.
She's a prisoner, first of all.
Yes.
But she does regard him with it's probably it's not disdain, but there's probably a level of contempt from her tone of voice and stuff. Is where did you crawl from? It's Princess Leia talking to Grand Moff Tarkin. She is giving a respectful amount of fuck you to.
I am trying to find this guy's name because, good for me, I don't remember stuff very well.
Although I doubt we're going to be forgetting Mac for Fozzie anytime soon.
I feel like. Hang on a sec. Yeah, why don't we take a brief 5 to 10 minute break while I get the rest of this together?
Okay, that works for me.
We will be back shortly. Everybody get up, stretch, grab something to drink, and just remember you are fabulous and we love you.
Okay.
Time to make more tea.
Time to drain the tank.
I am back.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Man. We went from almost having a situation contained to everything blowing up.
Yeah. I should have stayed him.
Next time that somebody tries to take off in one of those shuttles when running away with potential bioweapons, just gonna just gonna grab the gun on our shuttle and shoot the damn thing down.
Yeah, it might actually be worth it.
Unfortunately, our diplomat is not on the ship.
He is not, no. At least Byra has one in communication, so that's 4 dice they get to roll.
Yeah.
Got a shiver.
Yeah.
I have to wait for tea to seep for a bit before I can drink it. Oh, apparently Hunt might be getting a mountain map.
Oh,
Sorry, what now?
Hunt Showdown might be getting a mountain map.
Something Showdown might be getting a mountain map?
Hunt Showdown?
Oh, Hunt Showdown. Okay. Gotcha.
I've been playing quite a bit of it lately.
Gotcha. Yeah.
oh god. I've just
Oh god.
something has been sent to me. I'm just going to share it. I have not watched yet.
Oh boy, here we go. Let's find it. New company Horse Kicks sells $1,500 Air Jordan and Yeezy Boost replicas for your horse.
Wait, what?
They're just horseshoe Jordans. That's
Why?
because money.
I guess so. My tea is still too hot to drink.
There it is. I like that they use the Forgotten Realms fat dragon.
I appreciate that they did too.
I forget his name, but when I found out that it's an actual existing character and not just a gimmick meme for the movie, I was like, I have to read up on this dragon, and they're actually pretty cool. Which is the
there's like 3 different fat dragons that I know of, and that one's the coolest of them. But they're all really fucking cool.
Yeah, because it's just it's fat because it's really powerful and really greedy. It's
yeah,
So
and
greed makes
there's
you fat.
that one, and there's older lore, which is the reason I don't know if that was used in the D&D movie or not, because I've not actually seen the D&D movie. I'm gonna wait until I don't have to pay to see it, because I have a thing against Wizards of the Coast.
This might be its lair. What did it do to the last one? Eat it?
yeah, it's really good, and dating myself, but it's a lot better than the original 3.
I only remember
were-
there being
There might have been 2, but I
There
think
was
they slipped a third
one
too.
good Dungeons and Dragons movie before this one, and it wasn't that. It was just passable.
Yeah,
And
it was passable because it was 3.5.
And it was passable, and it was like a Sci-Fi Channel original that never entered theaters.
Wrath of the Dragon God, I believe it was called.
Nope, it wasn't even that.
Wasn't
it was
that
just
one?
called Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, I mean, if it's the one with the Wayans brother, it did go to movies, and it was really bad. Jeremy Irons was the
Oh.
villain. It was
So
fucking-
my father forced me to sit through that one because he thought it was hilariously bad, and it was just bad.
I willingly went to theaters as a bright-eyed youth, thinking that it was good, and it was fucking awful. So then, yeah, there's 3 of them then, because Wrath of the Dragon God was the one that's passable that I saw, and is a indirect sequel because the mid-boss villain is brought back as a lich in that one. And
Yeah, that's not the Sci-Fi Channel one.
that's not the one you saw.
Yeah.
You should watch that one because I like that one because it even has just the best example of a spellcaster not preparing the right spells for the day. Because a cleric tries to he did endure elements or something, and he prepared for the wrong thing, and then a black dragon shows up and he has no acid resistance and just gets decimated.
Oof.
And then you have the old 3.5 version of teleport where if you don't know the location that you're going to, there's a chance that you'll end up inside of a wall. And the wizard,
That's the one where she got her arm stuck in the.
yes,
Yeah,
the wizard
That also
mass
happened-
teleports everyone and gets stuck in the wall.
That also happened in the Sci-Fi Channel one, but the thing that killed the... Actually, no. But the thing that killed the miscellaneous cleric was a purple worm.
Oh, might be a completely different one. Did they just copy the same beats of this one?
I wouldn't be surprised if they did. It was a Sci-Fi Channel original, in other words, dog shit, but it was
Mhm.
actually a fun time, and I watched it more than once because we had DVR, and
I
I was...
remember now. It was the same movie where they introduced the cleric that immediately died.
Yeah, he died literally in the... they introduced him, and then he immediately died. He had basically no characterization.
Yeah, I feel like this is the same movie.
But yeah, he got eaten by a purple worm.
I thought it got melted by acid.
He got melted. The one I'm thinking of, he got melted by acid. But hold on.
I mean, you've literally just cloned a movie. You've just swapped out a few monsters. And there was also a teleport scene, but they were not using the standard teleport spell. They were using an artifact to teleport, and they had to. And she did later cast a teleport spell, but they had to cut off her arm to get her to teleport out.
Did it have a frenzied berserker barbarian and a little
No.
thief guy?
It did have a little thief guy, but no frenzied berserker barbarian.
Oh, the frenzied berserker was the best.
I remember them having to cut off her arm.
Did the cleric was he balding and had some tattoos on his head?
Balding, yes. Tattoos, no.
Dear God, did they just recreate this movie? I'm gonna show you a picture and just tell me if this is the one you're thinking of.
It is not.
It's not.
No, wait.
How does it have so
No,
much?
no, it is. Oh,
yeah, that's
God.
Wrath. That's
Okay.
Wrath of the Dragon God.
No, wait. Hold on. No, it isn't. So, the characters all are pretty... The only person who looks like the right... No, it isn't. It isn't. The only person... Initially, I thought it was because of the guy, how the thief looks, but I realized, no, the thief's head isn't big enough for the guy who played it. The elf they have there is prettier than in and the barbarian exists. The cleric doesn't have big enough pauldrons. The guy the generic fighter stand-in has the wrong kind of sword, but his clothing is about right. I'm not gonna lie. I think they might have just recycled the.
They might have just recycled it, but that's wild.
At least it's not Aragon where the dragon grows up in 3 seconds. The elf has
Despite
no
in conflict with book directly.
Yeah. I mean, everybody.
Yeah, it's not
Everybody,
adapted
I'm going to
well.
just continue to point this out whenever anybody mentions Aragon. It's just fucking Star Wars. Anyways, it's a shot-for-shot fantasy remake of A New Hope, and I hate it.
Yeah,
Wow, it is, isn't it?
It is. Farm Boy, Great Destiny, Ancient,
Magic glowing sword.
Magic glowing sword, ancient order that was dismantled from the inside by a predicted chosen one, an old master who teaches them and inevitably dies, a mission that the chosen one is only able to accomplish with the ability of their training. It's a fucking new hope. The dashing rogue friend that shows up, the princess that needs to be rescued. Yeah, it's a new hope.
Wow.
People gave this guy millions for copywriting George Lucas's or copyright stealing George Lucas's stolen idea.
I mean, it's a hero's journey. It can't be copyright stolen if it was written before copyrights existed.
You're right, except that it is beat for beat A New Hope, and I hate it.
Yeah, it's not even. It doesn't even like A New Hope is beat for beat a hero's journey, with a few bits of spice thrown in, and then Aragon is just beat for beat A New Hope, without anything new thrown in, and a couple of and a lot of things taken out, like the plucky comic relief.
Well, it's just a space fantasy about the space fantasy.
It's a not space fantasy about a space fantasy.
It's a sci-fi fantasy, it's a fantasy about a space fantasy.
It's a fantasy about a space fantasy about a trope as old as humankind.
It is okay to use writing tropes. It is not okay to blatantly copy something else. Tropes exist for a reason, but when you shot for shot remake. Anyway, speaking of shot for shot remakes,
Shot for shot.
So, I'm going to say one thing before we go away.
Mhm.
He was 15 at the time.
Yeah, I know, and he made millions off of it. I hate
Yeah.
this now man. and I've tried to read the books. They're not good. It is very much a sensationalized young adult book, and that's it.
It's the same thing with a lot of books. Like,
Yeah, a lot better when you don't know anything else.
I don't know.
You're not
why
wrong. I read young adult books as a young adult, like The Vampire's Assistant and stuff, and those were great, and also had horrible movie adaptations.
I'm gonna be honest, I was introduced to Alan Dean Foster at the age of 10, and couldn't stand young adult sci-fi and fantasy after that. Because I had been introduced to The Goat, and all of a sudden...
If you want an example of a good young adult book, I would recommend Shipbreaker.
I think there actually are a couple of young adult books that I do go and read. It's just that as soon as you've been introduced to something like Alan Dean Foster, you realize how garbage a lot of it is.
It doesn't get much better than Shipbreaker.
Okay, so I've had it recommended to me.
Shipbreaker's really good.
It is amazing.
Anywho, we could book club all day, and definitely should get back to the book club because it's one of our highest rated things here on Party White.
Oh
Games
god, that's true.
Oh my
for
goodness.
YouTube, anyways.
Wait.
We
Should do a book club.
Yeah,
I have so many books to recommend for a book club, including older books with heavy gay themes that managed to sneak them past the publishers.
Nice.
Mercedes Lackey did it so much.
All right, book club and book reading in the future. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, for it.
You will hear me. Admittedly, I'll be mostly on things with audiobooks because I have trouble reading these days. But
Well, we haven't finished Good Omens because Shay's sister is hopefully reading it. But every couple months I get, because we read that 3 years ago, and so every couple months people are like, "Where's part 4? Where's part 4? Where's part 4? Where's part 4?" And it's like, yo, guys, I am so glad you love this, but please come in and watch our actual plays. It's like that's where I'm trying to make money, but maybe I'll do more reading someday.
sorry, just startled myself with a pencil sharpener.
Yeah.
You okay?
I'll ask Burley where it's at. Yes, are you okay, Captain?
Yep, I startled myself. I'm not hurt. I just literally capped it. I was like, "What can I touch?"
Oh, all right then.
I startle very easily.
On that note, let's bring it back. So, Rindis, you are presented with the outreach of hand. You don't take his hand, and remind me, what did you say?
I'm sorry.
What did you say before?
Oh, she had politely, not politely, asked them. She said something to the effect of not being aware that they still existed and what hole did they crawl out of.
So he gives a soft chuckle at that and says, well, we've always been here, or at least as long as I've been alive. It'll be soon before we can actually spread our wings, but I could tell you that we've been in the system the longest.
Vermin have a way of finding a way to crawl back once they hide deep in a hole. You've been here in the system the longest, you say?
That's right. And my dear, I am a result of the greatest, that's the greatest genetic specimen scientists could bring about.
You are a what? I'm sorry?
I am the greatest genetic specimen that some of the greatest minds could bring about.
There's just going to be the math equation meme going through Rindis' mind right now as she says, "You're a clone or genetically modified?"
Clone's not the right word, but it is probably the most accurate.
So it's not a matter of surviving. You all just don't understand how to stay down.
It is human nature, is it not?
Exactly, Captain. It's like, oh great, now they're space Nazi clones.
Yep.
So,
Where are my mates? I apologize. My name is Mikhail Rikus. I'm a general for the Empire.
And please type that name out. Okay.
Oh my god, he's even got a pretentious Latin name with badly misspelled Slavic first name.
I'm glad you recognize.
He's such a space Nazi.
Oh my god, he is such a space Nazi. It's like so space Nazi it hurts. It's amazing, and I want to kick him in the nuts with a shotgun.
I'm afraid shotgun bullets would just bounce off of my nuts.
I'm sorry, I didn't know that you'd had your taint reinforced since your nuts quite clearly have fallen off. And your dick quite clearly crawled back up inside of you.
Well, half as thick as my dick, but it'll take an anti-tank rifle to get through it still.
Oh fuck, that's an anti-tank rifle.
Oh fuck. Yeah, dog, if you please. Oh fuck, that's an anti-tank rifle.
The reason I think that we haven't given Dog an anti-material rifle yet is because we are mildly terrified of what would happen.
I mean, I've seen what he's done with smaller rounds.
Yeah, what he does with a mundane, everyday assault rifle is horrifying. You give him.
There's something above a war crime you could say that'd be.
I mean, Space Canada is out there somewhere.
Yeah, true.
It's like, this isn't a war crime. This is the reason that this is the reason we have crimes related to war.
Mm-hmm.
This has gone beyond a war crime. This is the Uber war. Oh my! I'm sorry. This reminds me of a friend. I had a character in one game we were in together who just their primary weapon was a PTRS, Russian anti-tank rifle.
Sorry.
Go
Sorry. Highly distractible.
Mhm.
But it's like, that's not a gun, that's a war crime.
Yeah. Thank you for introducing yourself, I suppose, Clone 47. I am Dr. Rendis Larusio of Ceternity. I hope you understand that by taking me hostage, you are inciting an incident with the Trinity.
Well,
And I would respectfully demand my release.
of course, you'll be released in due time. In the meantime, would you care to join me for this evening's dinner? I would very much like to pick your brain.
Am I being given a choice?
Of course, if you'd like, I could also escort you to the brig in the meantime. You'll be treated well, of course.
Of course, the Empire is known for their civility.
The Empire has been defeated once before, yes, but this was well before my time. And like you said before, humans have a habit of getting back up.
Well, sure, why not? I will fucking humor you.
Splendid. And, I see we have some people who are, getting to a point where we can start to call it. But I will do one last scene if we are able to.
I'm sorry, one more time?
I'm gonna see if we can do one last scene before we call it.
Oh, okay, sure.
Sure.
But back on the Kimitari, Dog and Buyer, standing behind the captain, you see a very kind of agitated Tanya of the Brunhilde. And a good number of her crew is armed to the teeth and seemingly waiting for a response. The captain does begin to speak and says, "Yes, there was an incident, and regrettably, two of your crew did not survive. And Tanya steps forward a bit closer and seems very much trying to impose herself and says, "Where is the rest of my crew? Where is their bodies? And where is the one who killed them?"
I am right here.
And her gaze shifts right over to you. And I trust you have an explanation for why my crew is dead when we had an
And-
arrangement.
He just takes the same picture of the thing that came out of them. The thing that came out of the one that was infected and just puts it and hands, he hands that to her.
And she looks it over. The so-called soul thief you've been hyping about.
Yes, already. Less than a day from first contact, that. It already controlled him.
No,
And he pulls back.
it's been longer than a day.
Longer than
Where is the rest of my crew?
in the brig.
What
Minus their
happened
leader, who's
down
currently
there?
taking the organism. Who knows where, but in the direction of what was it? All right, the Empire, wasn't it? Not toward you.
What happened planetside?
Well,
You know what? This is probably easier if I just give you the replay of events from the helmet.
All right, but we will be maintaining control of your vessel until I see what has happened. And for brevity's sake, we'll skip forward a little bit. More and more pirates steadily make their way onto the vessel. Very much a show of strength, but they're not going to want to get into a fight either if they can help it.
Can't spend money when you're dead.
Well, they seem fairly confident that if it came down to it, they could, but it's easier to get what you want if there's no fight. Pirates are always going to prefer not losing anyone.
Yep, because it's hard to motivate. It's hard to motivate people with money when the risk is really, really high. So,
also
yeah.
you get more from seeing people later on if they're not dead.
So you show her the scene from your view on the helmet. She looks it over and says, "Still looks like you shot first."
Give them every chance. Can't allow an organism like that to be spread around the galaxy. Surely
Why
you
not
understand
just
the risks
notify
this
me?
entails.
Whatever deal this man had going on, why not reach out to me instead of opening fire on my men?
Time constraints.
I'm sure you've noticed we have the Brunhilde as the most lethal vessel in this system right now.
That they know of.
That may be true, ma'am, but lethality of vessels doesn't quite matter if we can't find the ship that has the biological organism, which is something is blocking our sensors from tracking our own ship.
Empire.
It's what we're assuming, though we're hoping not.
What do you know about this organism?
It is a group consciousness. Anytime it connects with another being, it gains that being's intelligence, and it's spread around. Before any of us found this planet, it was limited. But when it connected with several of the human empire, its intelligence skyrocketed. It's the main reason why
Human
we had.
Empire, one of my own. Interesting. Valuable. Dangerous.
dangerous and now self-aware and with a desire to effectively spread until it has consumed all life.
You killed its host.
Yes.
Then a little less self-aware.
For
What
the
else do you
moment.
know about it? How does it communicate? How does it propagate?
Well, the one who knows that information was taken by your man.
Go ahead and give me an insight.
Both of us are just on.
Whoever we want. Both of you, if you'd like.
Oh, give it a shot. I should not give it a shot.
Yeah. D6 both.
Yep.
I so freaked out from having her CCU gutted.
Okay. I
Dog
would
is-
like...
I have a feeling that Dog is just still, like, on the edge, kind of. He's probably kind of paranoid at the moment.
It's fair. I'm gonna say for this, both of you take one more edge. And... at this point, Buyer, you can tell that one, Tanya is very agitated right now, and wants control back in her corner, more or less. And she's currently debating on what the best course of action to deal with you all would be. But she does say, she does reach up and calls through radio and says, "Can you confirm that? Or can you confirm their readings on tracking this vessel?" And a moment goes through before another voice pops up and says, "They're not lying on that part." And she gives a nod and then looks to the rest of you and says, "All right, here's what's going to happen. We're going to turn over my men, who are going to have a full medical checkup and be questioned, and the bodies as well of my two fallen kinsmen."
I suggest keeping them all in quarantine for a significant period of time after you have custody of them.
After that, you and maybe a couple of others of you are going to join me in paying the Empire a visit. We will take back your scientists and my crewmen. And we will do this. We will do this via deception.
Okay.
Assuming things
That's right.
go well, we will forget this ever happened.
I strongly suggest if it has to do with anything with deception, you make sure I don't have to talk. I can't lie to save my life.
Fair enough. But be ready to wear colors you're not used to wearing.
Yes, ma'am.
No.
And she turns and starts to leave. And the camera's going to back out a little bit, and it pans across a field of stars before fading, and we get another scene of same man as before who gave this speech. It's at another location. And we see that guy.
Oh my god, he looks like such a cunt.
He says, "Ladies and gentlemen, I understand there are some concerns going around, but I'm here to put those concerns to rest. I know some of you have heard rumors that I like war. But ladies and gentlemen, I don't like war. I love war." And we are going to call it there.
God, I can't wait to punch this guy in the face.
God, he's
Yeah.
he's got a goatee to hide his lack of a chin.
He's so inbred, he has no chin. He had to grow facial
That's
hair.
actually one of, like, inbreeding tends to lead to one of the extreme ends of chin. Either you have a Habsburg
My
jaw.
drawing sucks, I get it.
No, your drawing's not the problem. It's a perfect portrayal of an inbred.
This is perfectly hateable. This guy,
This is like
this
so
guy's
perfect.
personality is what we're making fun of. We're making fun of that he's a Nazi. Your drawings are fantastic.
Your drawing's fantastic. You have just portrayed an inbred chinless wonder Nazi to the best extent I've ever seen it done. He looks like such a cunt. Oh my god, I looked at that guy and just immediately wanted to punch him.
I can't wait till we get to the scene where Dog has a giant cannon to shoot through a barrier, and he's just on the other side. And he's like, "Show me what you love."
Just, why do I have a feeling that at some point Dog's just gonna end up in like a viewing box with a machine gun, and we're just gonna have that scene. All right, we just need to wire shut all of the doors out of the Nazi chamber, and just get up to the viewing box with the heavy machine gun and just Do not ask why my song for full auto is in the what was it, Mountain King, in the Castle of the Mountain King?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, in the Castle of the Mountain King. Don't ask why that is my song for just unloading with a 50 cal, but it is.
Yeah, no, it checks out. I like it.
It's like I will say, Shay, that is incredible art. That is the best I have ever seen of inbred chinless wonder Nazi fucker that needs punched.
You knew the assignment. Make a Nazi fuck that we hate.
Oh my god, like,
And you did it.
You got his voice, oh my god, I hear his voice, I want to punch him. I hear what he says, I want to punch him. I look at his picture, I want to punch him. You've done such a good job.
Where is this experience located?
Oh, experience?
Found it. Everybody take one experience already.
What experience?
And then, is your character alive?
I hope
Currently.
Okay, everybody take another experience. Did you role play?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Everybody take another experience. Did your character learn new information? What did you learn?
Oh, fuck yeah. These vermin don't know how to stay dead. Their clothes, in quotes.
At least one of them.
At least one of them.
Are they clones or just so inbred there's no genetic difference anymore?
I don't know if clone is the right word for it.
It was the genetically modified enough to not be a real person. Nazis aren't people to begin with, but then they added gene modding to the mix.
You know, the whole superhuman.
Yeah, the
we're
pure,
trying-
pure superhuman that is genetically modified to be this.
We're going to call ourselves Ubermensch, even though that's not what the word means. Let's see. Dog. Well, I would. There's many things we learned. I want to make the gag answer of Dog learned that one of the pirates is in fact was a doctor and left academia because it didn't pay for shit, which tells me he wasn't a doctor in the Trinity. But there's other things we learned, such as there is one of them that actually does know shit and just
What
clammed
about-
up.
Yeah, what about Dog and Buyer? Did either of you learn anything new?
We learned that the shuttle wasn't going towards the pirates; it was going towards what we suspect is the human empire.
Buyer get an experience.
Yay!
Dog. Did Dog learn anything new?
Well, Dog learned which one of the pirates actually knows where they went and just clammed up in time.
Okay, take an experience. And did you deepen or rupture a bond with another character?
I told the space Nazis to go fuck themselves, more or less.
It's fair.
I think that Dog definitely did one or both of those with Brunhilde.
Yeah, I think so.
Mhm. That's true.
Don't think Bayer did.
No, remember you were with the
Stella.
Stella, yeah.
If you feel like you got it, you got it. If not,
Yeah, I don't think so.
okay. Did your character edge break?
No.
Not this session. I don't know if I recorded it for last session, no?
Should
Well, we
record it
did
for
do
last
experience.
session.
Yeah, recorded for last session.
What?
We didn't do the experience, but go ahead and record it for last
Okay.
session.
Alright.
We also didn't do experience for the session before that either.
Nope.
Everybody take 4 extra experience. Or last second.
Okay. I need to do some leveling up.
Alright. And that's it, everybody.
Oh god, Dog keeps having to talk to people. I'm gonna have to put points at communicate.
You wanted to be the interrogator.
Oh, that was a terrible idea. That was a terrible, terrible idea. I've got to be honest. It would have been the better idea would have been to let the captain do the interrogating and let Dog just stand in the back and be scary. Maybe put a little whipped cream around his mouth so it looked like he had rabies. What is it? What did we do? Well, Dog's really we were late on Dog's rabies shots this month, so don't let him bite you.
Alrighty. Well, good game today, everyone.
Good game.
Yay!
Y'all did
Oh.
so well, and we're proud of you. Sorry, that sounded more condescending than I meant. Yeah, not being condescending. Actually proud of you guys. Everybody did fantastic. Thank you for running, Shay.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Shay.
Condensation.
Condensation? Okay. Anyways, why don't we wrap this up? I think everybody's kind of brain melted at this point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just remember, you're all fabulous and we love you. Hopefully, maybe we'll be around tomorrow for Blue Day because we haven't had it in a while. So, see you soon tomorrow. You may see this channel back on if I decide to stream for GTA as well later on because I might have something happening this evening that should be recorded because I've missed a few good golden opportunities and I don't want that to happen again. Anywho, that'll be it for now. Have a great night.